This is a mistake. I have no idea how to do a live stream. I don't know. Anyways, I found this book at home. Look how thick this thing is. And I found this thing while I'm doing spring cleaning because it's that time of the year. And apparently, I had started this diet in 2021, something about bright lines eating. I remember what it was about, but I'm not going into it. You can look it up on your own time. It was very restrictive. I think I wound up eating like 700 calories a day, and I only did it for maybe 30 days. And it was a struggle. Like every day was a struggle, but that was in 2021. And I made this. To use for 5 years because I was so passionate and excited and thinking that I was going to do it for 5 years. So, 2021, 22, and 23 are gone. And then there's 2024 and 25 are left. And I think I'm going to pick it up today and start filling it out. I know I'm doing the video blog journal of my journey, but I thought it would be cool to write it down in paper. So I'm going to start keeping some notes, and it's just really, I got kind of emotional when I found this, and I know that a lot of people have started different diets. I have started so many different diets, from the cabbage soup diet, let's see what else, the egg diet, that was really wild. I have done vegan, I have done the starch diet, like where you eat potatoes. I've done every kind of diet you can think of, and it doesn't work. And the reason, I was trying to think the other day, I thought back to my childhood whenever I was skinny, because I had a skinny phase that I went through. We were poor. We didn't have a lot of food. We definitely didn't have any processed food, for one thing. Another thing is, my mom was a home cook. She always cooked everything at home, and we ate a lot of starch, though, and we ate a lot of, or the family did. The family ate a lot of starch. We had sweets that she cooked. She used to make a killer banana pudding. I love that. And we always had desserts. We always had usually rice with the meal because we were poor. We were trying to make the meal stretch. And we would have some form of meat, like a pork chop or some chicken or something fried, of course, fried some. At that time, she had started using Crisco. But I was thinking about those teenage years when I was so skinny and wondering, like, if that was in the house, what was going on? And I started thinking about my eating habits. I would go to school we would get up that morning, and I could not eat breakfast foods. I hated eggs. I hated bacon. I hated everything about breakfast. I couldn't stand it. And Mom would always cook grits, and I could never eat pancakes. I just would eat like 2 bites and get full. And I hated to eat in the morning time. So I would skip breakfast, and then I would go to school, and I was too embarrassed and shy to go into the lunchroom cafeteria. I was one of those kids. So I'd go hide out in the bathroom until lunch was over. And I had friends. I would go sit with them, but if they went in that cafeteria to get something to eat, Melinda went and hid in the bathroom until that portion of the day was over with. And then, so I didn't eat anything at school. We would get done with school and come home, and Mama would give us like a slice of cheese or something to hold us over till supper time. She would give us like a little, because we didn't have snack foods in the house because Mama was a home cook, and you had to wait till supper to have supper. So we would drink something, have a slice of cheese, and for supper, everyone would have a portion. And I remember I didn't eat a lot at supper. I don't really remember. I know I ate rice and beans on occasion. I hated vegetables, so I usually hid them or did something with them. But I was the kid that snuck in the middle of the night to eat the meat. Like, I would get up in the middle of the night and find like a leftover pork chop that Mom had hid in the refrigerator, And I would eat that leftover pork chop and go to bed, and that was it. And just thinking back on those times of when I was skinny and what my eating habits were when I was a teenager, that's what I was eating. I was skipping breakfast, skipping lunch, and I was eating supper, a light supper, and having a snuck pork chop or a snuck piece of ground beef patties with ketchup. I used to eat that at nighttime when no one was around. And I'd get in trouble the next day because that meat had a destination for the next day. Like, I wasn't supposed to eat that. That was someone else's portion for the next day. But I didn't want to eat the beans and rice that Mama cooked and stuff like that. And I was skinny back then because, honestly, I was doing the carnivore diet when I was a teenager and didn't know it because I didn't want to eat the vegetables and I didn't want to eat the rice and beans and stuff. And then whenever I got married and out of the house and I worked a job and I had money and I started buying my own food, that's when I got fat, was because I was buying all the extra processed food that we didn't have when we were growing up. And so I got up to a good hefty weight of, I was looking back in this journal. That's why I started this live to share. I found my old journal that, hey baby, I'm doing a little live stream just to let you know. I found this old journal that I had that I set up for 5 years, and I started in 2021 on this weird diet called Bright Lines Eating, and it was real restricted and I couldn't stick to it. And I only did it for like 30 days in this journal. And then after that, in 2022, in January, because everyone gets health conscious in January, I wrote, I'm starting over today again. Let's see. 252 pounds. So apparently I got up to 252 pounds there. And that's the only journal entry I wrote in 2022, though, was that little journey entry of I'm starting over. And I put, I'm so thankful for my children and the gift of time to spend with them. And I wrote, I had a smoothie for breakfast and potatoes for lunch, and we're drinking sugar-free tea with Splenda. And that's the only entry I wrote because I didn't stick to this, because in 2023, I was still 200 and I think my starting weight when I started in December was 240 is what I wrote down. So I must have given up the sugar in my tea, lost a little bit of weight. But 240 pounds starting out in December the 1st, doing the carnivore diet, and here it is, March the 15th, and I've lost 25 pounds so far, 25 pounds. Sorry, I have company now. Tux Tucker, get down. Oh, no. I've lost 25 pounds doing the carnivore diet, and I haven't quit. And that's the main thing, is I haven't quit. So anyways, I just wanted to share this book. We're so filled with excitement when we begin a diet or we begin a way of eating that's going to change our life because we want to change it. And then we lose focus and momentum unless we find something that works for us. And the carnivore diet is working for me in my cravings. I'm not having cravings. I'm not having cheat days. I think I've had 2 cheat days where I went to Taco Bell and had something weird like a burrito and what was that thing? A gordita crunch?
I think it was a chicken gordita crunch.
A chicken gordita crunch. So I have had like 1 or 2 cheat days in the last, let's see, it's been 105 days. I think I'm up to 105 days of eating meat, so that's pretty good. I just want to share this because I made this little journal because I couldn't afford to order the one that this Bright Lines Eating lady had put on the internet. And I'm going to fill it out the rest of the 2 years with the carnivore diet, or the carnivore way of eating success, and see if I can do it every day, because it's so aggravating. I made this book for a purpose, and I didn't use it for its purpose. And I've been doing the video blogs because they're easy to just do spur of the moment videos and get it done, instead of having to find time where you can write things. What are you doing, Tux Tucker? Where you can write things. It's hard to find a moment to get a clear second. But I am going to try to, because I don't want this little book to go to waste. And what happens if the power goes out? Then I'm going to have no way to do accountability. So, yeah. I've started and stopped so many times, but it never lasted more than 30 days whenever I started or stopped a diet before in my past. I think 30 days is the max, and I'm going on 105 days of eating the proper human diet. And I'm still fat because I'm in the beginning.
Clap for her.
Yeah, I'm still fat, but I've lost 25 pounds, and I'm just going to keep going. But I got to go. Why are you clapping for me?
Because.
How do you stop a live chat?
Oh.
Help. Yes, I'm sure I will stop streaming now.
Can I have a pickle?
Can you have a pickle?
Yeah.
Yeah.